And as you can see here, I'm kind of on my own here. I don't really have anybody here today. Stuart is way somewhere. We're not really 100% sure where he is. But look, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time here at the Rent Network, welcome to the Rent Network. We're a podcast hosted by myself, David Solomon, Stuart Brisgell, who's normally in Florida. What?
David,
Crap, he's
David,
here. Whoa.
David, hey,
Whoa.
what's
Okay,
going on?
so sorry, folks. Hey, listen. Today's topic will explain why this is happening here. Anyways, the Rant Network brings you unfiltered and uncensored conversations on a wide range of topics. Our podcast is dedicated to giving the platform to express your opinions, share your thoughts, experiences, and ideas. And especially today, we're going to be talking about experiences and hear them from a variety of different perspectives, honest opinions. Join Stuart and myself as we're here together for one of those rare occasions as we dive into the latest news, pop culture, politics. And guess what we're going to do today? None of that. We're going to be talking about the service industry. Anyways, all the rants, like we talk about modern life, all the way to the deeper issues affecting our society. We've got you covered. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Look, the whole thing of why we played this little shtick there this morning was we've both experienced the travel industry. We've talked about this. We've talked about service. We've talked about where it's gone. You know, unfortunately, what we're seeing today, Stu, is the travel industry has turned into the biggest shit show out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's not enjoyable anymore. Once upon a time, and I remember my parents used to tell me, you got on a plane, you got dressed up, they treated you with respect. It was an experience. Today, you're treated like cattle. Planes that have terrible legroom. You go to a hotel, service people aren't there. You're hearing excuse after car rentals where you and I both experienced it recently. 2 hours to get a bloody car after you've done all the work.
Hang on. 2 hours to get a car and have to go to another car company.
Right.
After they charge your card, and then you got to spend another hour trying to fight with them to give you a refund.
So, Stuart, part of what's driving me crazy, and I'll ask you from your experience, where's this gone wrong? Where has it gone wrong?
You know, David, it seems that COVID gave everyone an excuse to be substandard. And with that, everything can be substandard for the bottom line. They want to make more profit and they got an excuse to do so. And again, David, I am one person of many people that had to travel here to Montreal for a beautiful occasion, which David will get into in a moment. But, my airfare was unremarkable. Very easy. I arrived, I got on the plane, beautiful people that work for there on Air Canada. I know that sounds like an oxymoron if you're Canadian. Great flight, great crew, no problems. Where it went wrong is Hertz Rent a Car.
You can blame Hertz, but they're all. I got that with Avis.
But when I landed, I booked a car for it to be 3 o'clock.
Same here.
And at 5 o'clock, still didn't have a car.
Same here.
And you want to know something? You speak to a manager.
No manager.
They charge your card.
Yeah.
It'll be 15 minutes. Another 15 minutes. Another 15 minutes. Yeah. And then Hertz has such a big juggernaut. There's no one even who wants to listen or care.
What are you gonna do? Talk to a chatbot?
Exactly.
Are you gonna who's answering the 1-800 number when the line is jammed purposefully so that
Malaysia,
India,
Venezuela, some country where they don't really care. But David, even when we got to the hotel, I stayed at the Bonaventure Hotel 25 years ago when I lived here. This was an iconic hotel.
Yep.
When I got there, normally you have a valet parks your car. Nope. Maybe you have someone to help you with your luggage. Got to go look for someone. Then, you get to the room. The room was clean, but then the hotel itself, you want a hot cup of coffee.
No, but here's what's happening.
It's ongoing.
But Stuart, but the thing is that this is what they've done. First, they say, okay, we can't find staff.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we always can't find staff. No. But then the best is like, okay, but if we can't find staff, let's cut the service. But, oh, by the way, did you cut your rate for the room?
No.
Oh, no. We're going to supercharge you.
Yeah.
But we're not going to give you the services that are attributable to a certain caliber, hotel. Look, we were in Maryland and we stayed at a small Marriott Residence Inn. It was whatever. I knew by what I paid or what I paid. I was not going to get the services of a higher end hotel, which was normal.
Yeah.
But when I heard what somebody paid for that hotel, over $200 a night, and you had to bring your own bags and you had your own cart and you had to this. And you're like, this is what's gone wrong is that it's not adjusted right. It's not making the travel experience enjoyable anymore. Now we need a new. I think we need a new rating system because it's got to be. Oh, what am I getting for my money? Listen, the airlines and the service industry are saying they're still making up for COVID losses.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. But tell me why jacking up airline fees, jacking them up. Oh, now it's gas. Gas prices are too high. Ergo, let's raise it again.
But David, in the United States, the government wrote a check to the airlines,
Yep.
wrote a check to
Yep.
the hotel industry
Yep.
for the. But you know what? It's never enough. And now, with the unsatiable demand for people wanting to travel, all of the service industry is going, I can have a royal fiefdom, and I can blame inflation. I can blame employment.
Pete Buttigieg. I can blame everybody.
We can blame Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah.
And you know what? I had nominal problems coming into this great weekend. And you know what, David? It's great to be here with you. And you know what? I'm whining about something that people are going to be, this is kind of like privilege wine.
No, but hold on.
But hang on a second.
No.
But it's not privilege wine because I'm okay with it. But you know where I'm not okay is when they keep coming at you and give you less and less.
Stuart,
and less.
it's actually what the problem is, and I just heard it on the way in. The travel industry can't handle the demand. Okay, there's United might have a pilot's strike. All right, they can't handle the demand. They can't find flight attendants. They're changing aircrafts. They don't have enough aircraft apparently to handle what's going on. People want to travel, and the airline industry have us really, really hard because look, you're going to take a train from Montreal, let's say, to Washington D.C. That's 14 hours. That's an insane amount of time. So you're going to drive? Okay, that's 10 hours. Plane, you would think is okay.
Yeah.
Listen, when we flew back from D.C., they told us, oh, all flights have been held up in Montreal because they don't have enough air traffic controllers.
Was that true or false?
I haven't a clue. But with the airlines getting like screwed now, right? You have to compensate. If you're late, you have to compensate. So now you can't blame the weather, but we find other things. And so this whole business today of playing this game. Now, in the US, it's not as bad. In Europe, there are lawsuits. If your flight is late, you can get sued. There are class action lawsuits. I've gone like back in 2019. I missed my connecting flight. Law firms called me from Poland to say we can compensate you. If in a class action lawsuit, we're going after Lufthansa. I'm like, what is this? This is the new game. So the airlines have to raise prices to compensate for all these other external gimmicks: lack of service, lack of staff, lack of profit. Because these are all publicly traded companies. And so let's just screw the passengers. I don't know if you heard this. This is the newest gimmick out of New Zealand. Now they're testing weighing passengers.
Oh, yes. And you want to know something? Southwest actually talked about doing this about 15 years ago, about when you're oversized or large or, bleeding over into the seat next to you. Listen, people have problems, and, the aviation industry is designed to be like a bus that flies in the air. That's really what a plane is. It's a bus.
Mm-hmm.
It's a community bus, where owning your own plane is just far out there that none of us can really attend to. But, I sat in a chair once where I had a woman who literally was in 3 chairs. There's not much you can do. And you feel bad for them. And the plane was like sardines. I mean, there was no room for everyone. And me and this other passenger was literally a sardine. Him more so than me because he was a skinny guy. and this woman was like in him. Anyways, bottom line is I don't see any end at this point to this insanity. And this summer, by the way, David, which will be likely the largest travel summer in history ever, will be an absolute shitstorm.
But let me go back to what you just said. Like the whole thing about the weighing of the people is just another way of the airline trying to mess with people. And like, I don't know how they're going to get away with it in a world where, privacy and personal and blah, blah, blah. But the thought of, what's going to decide what's overweight? Listen, I I have family members who are overweight. I have family members who are skinny. I have a son who's 6'4.5". What are you going to start after the weight? Are you going to start? Oh no, you're too tall. Therefore, we're going to have to charge you an extra $50.
Well, hang on a second. How does someone 6'4" fit in economy?
They don't.
You can't fit in
They
economy.
don't. There are many airlines where they can't fit. We have to look. There's a great website called Seat Guru, and on Seat Guru, you can actually see the dimensions of every plane for
Well,
everything.
hang on. That's if you're on that plane.
No,
'Cause
no, no, no,
constantly
no. Yeah, they
change
change.
your
Right. No,
plane.
but I'm
They change
saying
your plane.
you're right. But they show you the different aircraft that will possibly be there, and there are times where my kids go, I can't fit in economy, and I have to pay upgrade them $40, $50, whatever, to give them the extra leg
It's
room.
not 40, $50 anymore, David.
No,
It's 400 to 4.
no. If you're
4,000.
no, if you're going to business class, but I'm saying premium economy.
No, premium economy.
No. I've never seen that.
David, going to Europe.
No. You're no. I'm just talking about North American
North
travel.
America. Okay.
But like I am traveling to Europe, and I didn't pay that premium. But my wife and I, like, I mean, she cannot sit in economy. It's very uncomfortable for her. And you know what? I don't have a choice. And this has become, they're doing this on purpose to gouge you. And then when you look at premium economy, if you're not paying attention, maybe you get an inch. It's an inch. Like an inch. This is an inch. Like, what the hell is that? I'm paying
Premium,
X.
10 inches.
No.
10 inches.
No. I will show you airlines where the difference was an inch between economy and premium. Emergency seat, different story. But a premium economy seat, and I'm like, this is the gouging. Luggage. I mean, everybody got smart. Don't check your bag. It's going to cost you. Don't put it overweight. Bring it on the plane. They'll sky check it for you for free. This is the new gimmick because the airlines are gouging you every which way they possibly can. And the hotel,
peanuts, drinks.
What peanuts and drinks?
Headphones.
I flew from Atlanta to Mexico on a business trip. No food. No meals, no nothing. And I'm like, what has gone on? The airlines have cut back. Now, there was an old story that American Airlines, back in the day when they used to have first class, they used to give you a martini. They used to put 2 olives. So now when they cut it down to 1 olive, they save $2 million a year. So the airlines have become, they understand that if I give 1 less bag of pretzels or I get a cheaper bag of, cookies, and I give them to everybody, look how much I could save.
Exactly.
But you're destroying the flight experience. Instead of enhancing the flight experience, the hotel experience, the car rental experience, the cruise experience, all these things, they're diminishing for cost cutting. But then they're telling you, where are you going to go?
Inflation.
Inflation. Inflation's an excuse.
The Green New Deal.
It's all excuses.
Carbon footprint.
But the problem is the carbon. Don't get me started. To me, it's, in the U.S. and in Canada, we have heads of transportation. We have heads who are responsible for this.
Well, hang on. We have a head of transportation that know nothing about transportation.
Well,
so let's
listen. We know that Pete is Pete, but we have one here in Canada. And you know what? The airlines are getting away with stuff. Hotels. Things are. If they don't put a standard in place, it'll just continue to fall apart because there's no challenge. There's no competition.
David, we have a standard. You know what the standard is? Common sense.
No, but what's common sense?
And to all those people who think that it's not common sense, that we sort of talk about issues, it really is. Because we're really trying to explain what it's really like. And some of you experience it. Some of you actually know exactly what we're talking about. And some of you may say, this is privilege problems.
First world problems.
Privilege problems. You want to know something? It's not. And you know what? At the end, we're here. I'm happy to be here with you, David.
Likewise.
Why are we here?
Listen, forget why we're here for a second. Do you know what I'm afraid of?
What are you afraid?
If their airlines can get away with it and the hotels can get away with it, what's the next industry that's going to get away with it?
Well, the government does it too already.
Oh, please, let's not talk about the government. Ladies and gentlemen, we're done. Listen, that's it for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the Rant Network, where we're both together. Rabbit ears, beautiful. We hope you enjoyed the conversation, gained some valuable insight. We certainly appreciate your support and hope you'll join us again next time for many more thought-provoking conversations. We're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon Eastern. Look out for our new website. Should be launched literally any day. We're like this close. Don't forget.
It's up.
It's up.
It's up.
It's up. My mistake. It's up. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. All of our past episodes are there. Connections to our podcast, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But meantime, love us on social media. Please share us. And remember, we're always interested in hearing from you. You can send it to us through there or through any of the social media. Thanks again for listening. And folks, till Wednesday when he's back in Florida,